Alright, sorry about that. Little bit of a hiccup. I think we got everything set up. Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. You might have to refresh your browser. I had to stop and then just briefly restart the stream. Alright. Just making sure people in chat know to do that. Sometimes it's not obvious. Alright, so, yeah, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Of course, I am Vormithrax. We are going to be continuing our Dead Evil 2 playthrough with William Ashley. Our second attempt at the Dead Evil challenge, slightly modified from our original. We did a lab start this time instead of doing a RBD start, because I wanted to test out the labs and the new turret changes. See just what kind of an effect or difference, and it's been behaving about the way I expected. Yeah, I'm not going to rehash it all. Go watch last episode if you want to hear all my notes. I'll repeat it if we run into any difficulties later today, but for now, we'll just let it go. So yeah, William Ashley, the first. We're still on the first guy. He's proceeding well, but we have a mysterious irradiation problem I now have to deal with. I didn't go back and look at the playback to figure out, or try to figure out where the radiation came from. I'm going to assume it was the rubble I dug up. That's the only thing I can think of, is the rubble I dug up to make pathways through the upper level of the research facility. I can't imagine where else it came from, that level of radiation. So that's what we're going to go with. We are taking our Prussian blue so that we can try to get rid of it. But usually there was a message in here when you were taking Prussian blue. Not seeing one. I know there's a message with Prussian blue. No leaky plutonium. I haven't run across any plutonium spills or anything like that. Oops. So we've got 10 plutonium fuel cells, but they're not damaged. Yeah, 10 plutonium fuel cells. No other plutonium I've come in contact with that I'm aware of. But I'm just, I don't know, right at the end of Wednesday's episode, I happened to notice this radiation status. So I'm not sure. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. I'll have to hang out down here for a day or two at least and hope that the Prussian blue I've got is going to help take care of this. I did a quick check right before I went live on the Prussian blue recipe, and we've got the book. I'm just one level off of the being able to use the recipe, but it takes materials that I haven't come across yet. So, yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen any in the lab or in the research facility. I don't think so. It's quicklime in particular that's going to be the problem with getting Prussian blue crafted. So, yeah, I don't know, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, we're not going to get even further irradiated with imperceptive healer trait on top of the normal slow healing and being irradiated where it's going to impact my hidden health stat and my healing rate. We may not be able to get any healing done for a while. 111 radiation is fairly high. It's not you're going to die high, but it's getting up there. So we'll see what we can do. What or where is this Amigara Fault mentioned in the channel's description? Nah, it's not too spoilery. It's a mine finale. It's one of the mine finales. So we're going to have to go mine diving, find a number of mines until we happen to find one that has the Amigara Fault. So whether we survive the fault will be secondary to finding it. Second, we have to find it, activate it, toss the book in. That will officially complete the challenge run, and then we'll see if we actually survive the encounter. So I haven't done an Amigara Fault on my live stream challenges for Cataclysm, so we'll probably die horribly, but we'll at least have some fun getting there, and I'll try to prepare as much as possible with the limited knowledge I have about the Amigara Fault. There's some interesting times ahead. There's some things we can do to try to offset it, but we'll see. I fully expect that we're going to just die horribly for particular reasons. It's pretty gimmicky in how it works, so we'll see. Yeah, alright, so looks like everybody's showing up. So howdy everybody in chat. Is the mutation range? Might be. I forget exactly where the mutation range hits for radiation levels, but we haven't seen anything out of it yet. I think we've just recently got a hold of it, but I'll try to remember to keep an eye on my mutations. Hopefully nothing too bad shows up or nothing too good disappears. That would be pretty irritating. But yeah, I just remember, I know I took some of my Prussian blue. I think we're down to 8 now. Yeah, this is all I got. It's all I found, because I always make sure to pick it up when I see it in the lab. So we've got some potassium iodide, but that shields you from getting irradiated. Prussian blue actually helps absorb radiation you've already received. So if we do have to force our way back up into the research facility, I may go ahead and take a potassium iodide or two until we figure out where the source of this radiation is coming from. But if we get much more, it could end the run. And 11 is a lot. That's a lot. So we'll see what we can do. All right. It's the rubble. All right. It's the rubble then. 100%. According to Sildadia, if you say so. I've never encountered that particular problem, but I've only done a couple of research facilities since they've made all the changes to them being heavily infested with the interdimensional stuff. And one of the times we did it, we never dealt with rubble because it was just broke as hell and we had to get out of there right away. I don't think I cleared any rubble in most of the other times I've been in there, so we'll see. You got to 61? That's way into death level radiation. Yeah, that's serious radiation. Seems weird to me that it's irradiated like that, because it's not nuclear crater rubble. It's rubble from the portals. So I don't know. That seems a little broke to me if it's going to be generating that much radiation. But we'll see what we can do. We're going to be down here a few days anyway, getting some other stuff done. We got food and all that, so we'll hang out. We'll see just how much of a drop we can get in our radiation level while we're doing our other stuff. So that's kind of the situation. So once again, character sheet, nothing too impressive. 10, 9, 9, 10 is our base stats. We did get some pretty good progress in our skills on Wednesday when we started the run. So this is the second day or second evening of our live streaming this particular challenge. So we made a lot of progress. We're on day 13. We completely cleared the lab itself, and we cleared one side of the top floor of the research facility. And that's pretty much where we're at. But we got to tailoring 6, fab 6. That gives us quite a few options. We can push those further. First aid 6 is great. Computers 5. We have not yet tracked down SICP to max out our computer skill. Cooking 5. Electronics 4. And I think... am I missing any of them? Yeah, that's pretty much all of the crafting stuff. So tailoring, fab, first aid, computers, electronics, cooking, survival I don't need a lot of. Yeah, that's pretty much the last of it. Spellcraft we're about to work on, and mechanics, I guess mechanics is the other major one. We haven't worked on mechanics yet because we really haven't needed it. We've been stuck in a lab the whole time. So we'll work on that eventually. We got a pretty good book supply, considering. We have cleared all of the barracks and libraries here inside the lab, the underground portion, but we haven't found hardly any books yet from the facility. So we're going to be getting more. There's going to be a lot of books upstairs if we do get a chance to move around. We did get to one benchmark that was important, and that was being able to craft antifungal drugs. So if we do run into the flaming eyes upstairs and they hit us with the their glare, their eyeball glare, and we then happen to get the fungal sickness from it, we've got an easy way of dealing with it. So I'm no longer terribly afraid of the flaming eyes. The only other thing they can do really is blind us, which could be inconvenient, depending on the situation. So yeah, other than that, we're just rolling around in our chitinous armor. We put up a set of chitinous armor. I haven't tried to go into survivor gear or anything quite yet. So far, it's been doing pretty well for us. We're mainly using our quarterstaff and a bunch of guns. We've got a Glock on our hip with a lot of 9mm ammo laying around, so we've been using that for the little guys. And then we've been using, which one was it? Oh yeah, the Scar H with a whole bunch of 308 rounds we picked up for the larger things like the security zombies and so on. And there's tons and tons of them. I will run out of ammo if I keep blasting away like I've been doing, so we're going to have to come up with a better method. We have one magic book, a druid book, and I think I might end up focusing on that for a bit. See if we can get our spellcraft up to 7 while leveling up the Nature's Bow, I think it is. Which book was it? It was... yeah, Nature's Bow. That'll give us a bow with magically appearing arrows, so I can use it and for ranged combat, and I won't have to encumber myself with arrows or the bow while I'm running around. And we've got a pretty good mana supply, so I think that'll actually really help out. Save my ammo and get us some archery skills, and we'll see just how effective it can be against these locals. And then I'll maybe get a couple of levels in like Vegetative Grasp, because that's a pretty cool spell when I can get it to work with the AoE stuff. So yeah, so we got a few options. What else? A lot of gear. You'll kind of see what gear we've got as we go along. Here's the level of the map that we're on. So it's a quick trip up to the top floor. This is level 4, but we've got a fast route up to the top. So that helps. You'll see it here pretty quick when we get moving. But we've got them all mapped out completely. There is a mutagen vault in the finale of this one, and I'm not going to bother with it. That's pretty much the only thing we haven't done. I would just need to make some EMP grenades and go down there and clear the robots, but I'll have to think about it, because that room actually might, the room it is and the type of finale it is, it might actually have some of the things I could use for some of the drugs, and possibly some more Prussian blue. So depending on how our radiation goes, we might actually need to go do that. But can't remember how many EMPs do I have. I think I only built like 3 and I used 1. I got 2 left, but we can make more easily. So we got lots of opportunities. For the moment, though, we're turgid. Of course, we're full and turgid. Focus is good. I think we just woke up, I want to say. Can't remember exactly where I left off on Wednesday, but let's see here. So our book list, I was pushing cooking up just in case I did get the option for the Prussian blue materials, but I think I'll wait now. Still haven't finished working on more electronics, first aid, not doing any CBM installs in the near future, so I'm not super worried about that. We're already getting the bulk of the bonus for healing factors as much as possible with our irradiated status and our imperceptive healer trait. So it's either, I think, tailoring or mechanics next. Or work on the spell stuff. I think I'll do tailoring first. We'll get it finished up to 8. That way I've got access to all the different recipes for changing up my gear. We can make some decisions there. Then I'll probably, instead of focusing on mechanics, I want to get at least a couple levels of mechanics if I need to go outside, but that won't take long. So yeah, we'll do tailoring. We'll get tailoring done first. If I remember right, I don't have much in the way of mood enhancers. I do have the MP3 player. But how many small batteries do I still have? Reload. That's getting a little shy. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small batteries. I could mod this to use a bunch of the mediums and heavies, I guess. That way I never have to really worry about it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I got a ton of heavies now I've been picking up. Yeah, 3 disposable, 3 regular, 3 high capacity. And there's going to be tons more upstairs. So let's go ahead and do that first. Let's get the mod, do a heavy battery mod. Come here, heavy battery mod. Alright. And let's mod the MP3 player. Reload. MP3 player with, let's just use the 2500 heavy battery disposable version. Alright, now we can get this thing rolling for quite a while. As long as I remember to turn it off before I go to sleep. I'm constantly forgetting that. Then I'll get some funky tunes that we can jam to. I still... I'm wondering if I did sleep and the Prussian blue wore off while I sleep. I don't want to stack up multiple doses of the Prussian blue, but I don't... Oh, well, we're radiated 10 now. That's good. We haven't really done much, and it already went down one. I think I'm going to wait a bit. I'll read for a bit, and we'll see if it continues to go down. If not, I'll pop another Prussian blue. Alright, so we got the tunes going. Let's go ahead and have chocolate bar to get the food bonus as well. And we'll get working on tailoring. Fires out, fires out. 53 minutes at -1. Yuck. This is going to take like a full day for each of these last 2 levels. Gonna suck. Oh good, I was partway there, so it won't be as bad. 83, 92, 99. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Let's have some cheese, some cookies, wheat cereal, another chocolate bar. Focus is bad. Go with our sci-fi novel. Alright, no longer nauseous. Yeah, I'm getting nauseous because of that irradiation. It's already down 2, so that's a good sign. If it goes down another point or so just by letting time pass, I'm going to be a lot happier. I was a little worried it was going to stick around pretty bad. We'll take another dose before we go to sleep for sure. So let's finish up this last level. That'll give us the final options that we're going to need for any kind of crafting. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything you can do to increase or improve the radiation dissipation in your body. I've never heard of anything other than basically Prussian blue and just waiting. But I don't know if it's just a standard number that it ticks down by or what. It's already down to 8, so we'll be fine. By the time we finish up doing our spellcraft learning and spend another day or 2, we should have it back down to manageable levels. Hopefully I don't have to go digging through some more rubble. I'm also hopeful that it's the act of manipulating the rubble, digging it up, that caused the problem. Because if it's going to happen, if I'm going to radiate every time I walk near the rubble, that's going to be a problem. At least I'm completely done with that section of the floor that we got it from. So hopefully we don't have too many repetitions of that situation. The digging action, all right. I might have to do a PSA warning on that one, because that snuck up on me. That can be a pretty rude one if people are not aware of it, so... let me make a quick note to consider it for a possible PSA here. Alright. Got a note for it. You hit 61, could you try to pickaxe a wall near it? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, there is a radiation scrubber CBM, but I mean, you can say that kind of answer about just about any kind of thing in the game. There's always some exotic magic version or CBM version or mod version that has some kind of specific benefit. So yes, there is a radiation scrubber CBM, but getting a hold of it, getting it installed in these current times is going to be fairly rare, I would consider, compared to the number of people dealing with radiated rubble. That opinion is flavored somewhat by my half-item drop rate, so I can't remember the last time I had a radiation scrubber unit installed. Previously, it wasn't really a big deal. Vanilla game, there's not too many ways you can get radiated that you can't easily avoid. So it's never really been a focus of mine. But if they've got a lot of the game tied up in forcing you go to research facilities in order to get the various tools you need and materials and such, like the specific tools for mutagen and purifier crafting and such, I have to put more focus on it. Or at least warn people that messing with the rubble is going to get them really, really sick and irradiated if they don't potassium iodide and clean suit ahead of time before they start digging through it or moving through it. Alright, ooh, our gallon jug of milk's getting old. Good thing we're about to finish it off. Oh yeah, I have updated the experimental version. I just noticed one of the changes, so we are, as noted in the settings command on the chat, we're on build 9535. That's the most recent one that was available through the launcher. And there's been some changes. I'll show you one I just noticed here in a second. I don't think there's been too many major changes. I remember something caught my eye. What was it? No, I can't remember. Fix NPCs getting fat with disabled NPCs mod. Disabled NPC needs mod. Alright. Yeah, I can't remember. Something caught my eye, but however. But here's the one that I just noticed. Is when you go to the consume menu, at the top, you now have the needs information. So you can see that I'm very hungry, and I'm very thirsty, and I have no pain currently. And I'm assuming that's going to stay up, because in the past, what I had to do, and what everybody had to do, is as you hit this, you would have to notice when the screen flickered behind it, what your status was, and then know that you can stop drinking or stop eating. So from here, now I can see my needs exactly, without having to keep my eyes on the part of the screen that shows my information. So that's good. It's useful information for the way they changed how the consume menu works, where it pretty much stays on the screen until you cancel out of it. All right, so we'll finish off the milk, and I think we'll just have some water. Gorged, hydrated, and tired. All right, but we got tailoring to 8. That's a big thing, big thing. All right, so let's get rid of that. And I think I'm just going to immediately go to sleep. We're at irradiated 8. I will take another Prussian blue before we sleep. And I've still got bandages and disinfectants on the 2 major ones, so we'll just let those ride. Actually, I'm gonna reset the 2 most damaged ones, head and left leg. I can make both bandages and disinfectant, or antiseptic as it's called now, fairly easily, so. Alright, that'll get those 2 rolling. See how much massive healing we do with our compromised immune system from the newly blessed irradiated status and imperceptive healer trait. It's going to be impressive. You're going to be astonished at how fast those hit points bars just go straight to the top. Oh yeah, eat Prussian blue. And turn off MP3 player. So many choices. I'm not seeing a message about the Prussian blue, so I must be... I'm either remembering wrong or they changed something, because I thought there was a tag in here about the Prussian blue. Let me wait a few minutes. No, still not seeing anything. Alright, guess you just can't tell, which I'm not sure I'm a fan of. Whatever. Alright, let's go to sleep. Be mesmerized by the spinning of the hit point bars, just shooting to the top. Oh, I saw something move. Oh, there's another movement. The fact that we're gaining hit points at all, like that message says, alertness seems flighty today, and your body argues when you move towards it. That means our hidden health stat's low. It's in the low range. We need to improve it, so we'll do what we can. We're down to irradiated 7. So we've chopped almost a third off so far in just over a day. Or short of a day, as I guess it might be. I'm down to 5 chunks of meat and the big old piles of fat. I'm not getting caloric warnings. We're still in normal weight. And so we're doing fine on calories. Don't think I'm having any kind of a problem with vitamins either. We've been taking our calcium and our vitamins fairly often. Alright, let's get busy on the next part. Let's have chocolate bar again. Chocolate. I got no... none of the other good stuff, huh? Alright, guess we'll have some wheat cereal to go with it. Oh, actually, I don't need to worry about that. There's no fun factor for studying spells. Unless something changed very recently. There's no fun factor for this, so I'm just going to start hitting the Book of Trees. We're going to do Studying Nature's Bow. We'll level this, and while it levels, it'll simultaneously level our spellcraft skill. And we can take our spellcraft skill up to one level beyond the difficulty. So as soon as we hit level 7 of spellcraft, we won't be able to raise spellcraft any further. That'll give us a pretty good bump, and it'll level up our Nature's Bow and hopefully make it more impressive. Alright, so we're going to go Druid. I'm going to lock us out of Biomancer. Do it. Alright, we learn Nature's Bow. So if we go to our spellcasting options here, it's too difficult. Difficulty 6. Yeah, it's going to be a while before we're going to be good enough to be able to even cast it. Very hungry. Let's get some fire going. Get some meat. Just stick with the cooked meat. I have to go get those other spiders. And we'll have another... None of this stuff's going to go away anytime soon. Alright, good enough for now. Let's do another level. Actually, I need to cast it, and I'll get pretty much a free level. Oh, I can't. That's right. Got a 0% chance. Can't even do it. So, yeah, let's just do it the other way. Let's just go 8 hours. I don't know... Anybody know exactly how long Prussian Blue is supposed to last? I took it before I went to sleep. I didn't actually check what time... Ah, crap. Stop burning my planks. Silly person. We know exactly how long Prussian Blue is supposed to last. I don't honestly know. Not nauseous again. That's good. We're down fairly deep into the no longer dangerous level of radiation. Now we're down to radiation 6, so we've already cut it in almost half. So I don't want to use up all my Prussian Blue. I think I might just let it ride from here, because we're going to be doing this for another day or so. That'll get us down into pretty safe levels. Alright, so we've got Nature's Bow level 2, and we've got Spellcraft level 1 so far. Not impressive. Have meat, have some water. Probably get tired before this 8 hours goes by. How do you feel about the not incredibly recent stamina changes? I'm of a mixed mind about the recent stamina changes. Personally, I think they might have gone just a little too far in how much of a nerf stamina has taken in regards to mostly melee combat. It feels to me just a little further than it might have been taken, so that's my personal feeling on it. I think it needed some kind of an adjustment, but I've seen a recent post, and I'm leaning to agreement that it seems like there should be some way of improving your stamina, like you can most other things for your character in the game. Maybe that's wrong, just in that you're not really, in the base game at least, improving your base stats all that much. There's only a couple of ways to do it, really, if you're not using stats through skills or stats through kills or various mods like that. But it seems like with your character getting to be more and more of a long-term hardy survivor, that their cardio would improve and their stamina might get an improvement or some kind of a boost. and I don't know how it could be tied to character progression in some way. But it seems like there should be some kind of a overtime benefit or increase to the stamina levels. And that, I don't know how that holds up against the canon situation. I mean, maybe certain character professions would not have as much stamina, but other character professions would, like professional athletes or soldiers or so on. I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can think about it, but it feels that it might have gone a little too far in the stamina loss. But I like the fact that they did nerf it, just because it does make intelligent use of your resources, tactics, maneuvering around zombies to be more important than it used to be. It used to be Superman, do everything, be everything. A knowledgeable player in the first 30 days can be a god walking the earth, just slaying, 100 zombies in 5 minutes with their bare hands. And they're moving away from the Superman gameplay set, moving more towards an everyman gameplay set. Which I'm okay with personally. I enjoy the challenge more myself, but I know a lot of people are unhappy with the move away from the Superman style. So a lot of the more outrageous stuff you used to be able to do are just no longer possible. So I don't know. It depends a lot. I mean, I'm an old jaded Cataclysm player at this point. I've had my fun with all the super crazy stuff, and I can take it or leave it by this point. So I enjoy the early game stuff, the early game survival challenges and all that more. But yeah, I wish there was something that would allow you, through some kind of process, mechanic, stat, I don't know, that would let you get a little better with managing your stamina over time. The problem there, like I said, is just it doesn't make sense when you compare it versus one profession versus another at the start of the Cataclysm. So I don't know how they would work it, but all right, long sidetrack there. I'm all out of cooked meat. That is the last of my cooked meat. Now I'm down to shoveling raw fat or consuming my rapidly diminishing supplies until I grab a bunch more. We haven't actually finished looting the warehouse at the bottom floor of the research facility. There's a whole bunch of food items in there and other items. Should probably do that before too much longer, just to make sure I know what I have easily available to me. So I think I'll spend like one more day down here chewing up some of my pistachios and such, and then we're going to go back up to the research facility. By then, I think our radiation will be fairly well taken care of. Alright, so we're up to spell level 4 on Nature's Bow. We actually have an actual cast chance now. We can actually cast it. Now, it does require concentration, so focus is important to causing worse fail chances if you got bad focus. Any mouth coverage will cause a problem. I always forget what somatic deals with. And then gloves. So you got to say things, you got to concentrate, you got to wiggle your fingers. So various things are causing negative factors to your success chance. Right now, we're in pretty good focus. 79 is not too bad, but we're gonna raise it some more levels when we wake up. Let's go take another nap. All right, we'll take another Prussian Blue before we go to sleep. Healing, I'm just gonna let the natural healing and those last couple of bandages and disinfectant finish off the bit of healing that we need. Yep. Get up with a bit of a scratch in your throat. I think that's an improvement. I think our health stat is coming back up. Man, we didn't get any change in our irradiation status that time. That was a full night's sleep, or almost back up to full health, and it didn't change the irradiation number. That seems a little odd, considering how much it dropped previously. Hopefully we don't just stop right there. That would suck. Let's have a couple of cookies, because that's good for your health stats. Some chocolate-covered pretzels, some cereal. And we'll just have a few of a lot of things here. Okay. Yeah, let's do at least one more day of the Book of Trees. I want to get the bow down to a decent cast number, and then we'll call it good. We'll go make our trip. Wow, my spellcraft is going up. It seems like spellcraft's going up really slow. We only dropped one more level of irradiated. We're up to 6 level on the bow, but we've only gotten 3 levels on the spellcrafting. I guess I wasn't expecting a 1-to-1 correlation, but that, I don't know, that seems a little weird. Alright, well, we'll keep studying the bow. We'll keep pushing it. We got it to a 43% failure chance. If we can get 2 more levels for the one... Well, what are we at again? Yeah, I got 4 more levels of spellcraft we can go by reading just this one book. That's going to take a while at this rate. I don't know if I can wait that long. Think about that. Still okay on our calories. Spellcraft 4. Good. Bow is at level 7. We've got it down to a 40% fail chance. So the casting time is only 2 seconds. So that's 2 rounds of time, basically. And if I fail, that's not a big deal. As long as I'm somewhat ready for a fight to occur. If I have to cast a few times to get it to pop up, I'm okay with the number. So we're getting to the point where I'm fairly comfortable. We've got almost a 3-minute. That's what, not quite 300 rounds. Duration, so that's pretty good, and it's only 390 mana out of my 3375 current. I'm not really spending any other mana on anything, so I think we've got it pretty close to where it's gonna be fairly useful. So maybe we'll make that run up here pretty quick. We'll go to sleep, wake up, and then we'll do that run upstairs. Do something a little more interesting than me hanging out down here in the deep dark lab. Alright, let's go ahead and have some pistachios, some more cereal. Let's finish off a few things that have got really low amounts. Just to... Oh, not... Well, okay, fine, popcorn. No, save the chocolate. Alright, health is almost back to full. One more Prussian blue. That way we can save 5 for the next emergency. Yeah, the consuming clay to lower rad is... It's possible, but almost nobody ever bothers to go get some. And by the time you're severely irradiated enough that you're thinking about going to get clay, it's like, well, okay. I want to say... wait. Isn't the eating clay for dropping radiation PKs only? Or am I thinking of another item that's PKR? I could be wrong, but I remember there was something that people would commonly say, like the eat clay thing, but it was specific to PKR. But like I said, it's regardless. Nobody's picking up clay just on the off chance they might, at some point, get irradiated enough to try to deal with that. Prussian blue is not usually that hard to get a hold of. And like I said, in vanilla, you're not usually too worried about radiation. But, yeah. Anything I read that says, according to Wiki, I just kind of wince. Yeah. Reader beware! See, it didn't budge again. Even with Prussian Blue and 8 hours of sleep, it didn't drop that. That's weird. We got that big drop initially, and then it's just kind of stalled around 6. Now we've gone 2 days, and it's dropped only 1 point. Only in PKs? Yeah, that's my memory, is that the clay thing only works in PKR. And the reason is because it's radiation's much more prevalent in PKR, so you need other sources of dealing with the radiation. Because PKR, you could just be walking through a field and just totally at random be getting radiated by ground radiation. So, alright, let's do something a little more interesting. Finish off our pretzels. Have another bag of cashews. I'm getting a little concerned about my ready-to-eat food supply here. So we'll definitely have to go get some more spider meat. We're one slanted bar off of full health. So that's good. Do I want to change this? 32% now. And that's at 100 focus. I don't think so. I think I'm happy right there. So we got the spell level to 7. That's a pretty good number. We got our spell craft to 4. The only way we can raise that now, because the other spells are lower level, is to keep leveling up our Nature's Bow. But we'll see how it performs. Alright, so what else was I going to do? We're going to go upstairs and then clear out the warehouse. We got our hiking backpack, we got our guns, we got reloads for the magazines, headlamp, quarterstaff. I think we're all set. Basic tools. Whoops, I'm carrying a few things I don't need to carry. Like the chemistry set, MP3 player. Actually, I'm going to keep the MP3 player with me. We start getting into combat and I see my focus drop to 20 or 10, I'll pop in the tunes. So we'll leave the chemistry station though, or chemistry set. And the books. Alright, I think we're good. Uppity uppity. And then it was straight across from here. See, nice quick trip. There's the security station we've got completely cleared out. And we gotta go uppity uppity up. Man, I wish I hadn't used that one charge of jackhammer power for that. Alright, already got a possible fight going on. He can't see me yet. Let's back off and try to cast our bow. And we've cast it successfully, so we have Nature's Bow in hand. Fire! So, 400 moves for precise shots. Versus... yeah, look at those numbers. I mean, you go from current aim, 220, 11% chance to hit, to spending 343 to get an 82% chance to hit. After that, it's pretty much just... yeah, the difference there is negligible, so I wouldn't even bother. So it's either going to be regular aim, or it's going to be precise for the higher headshot chance. We'll just go precise. See how things go. So we hit for 23. Problem is just going to be here at night. I can't move around enough to get enough shots off. Let's see. Go to run mode. I gotta remember I can start... no, I can't even start to shoot. Gotta do it this way. Nearly dead. Another guy I did not pulp, apparently. Alright, but we gotta go back down again. So that's the rubble that we suspect was causing me the problem. So I dug out here, then up this way to clear a path. Then I went across up to there, and then later on I came down and across this way. That was my travel path, and then we also dug that out. So apparently radioactive. That's the guess. That's what everybody's telling me, and that's what I'm going to assume is what caused it. Jacked us up to 11 radiation just doing that amount. So Like I said, I hope it's just the act of digging it, not just walking over it. So, but we're done on this floor. We've looted the entire place, unless I want to go back for general materials. I might have left lye behind, which I need for the Prussian blue. I don't think I remember seeing any limestone, though. So, yeah, so let's just head back downstairs. Not waste too much time before my bow runs out here. Alright, let's go finish exploring the warehouse here. So, that's why we're here. We got rotten frozen celery, chunks of meat, rotten, and I'm not taking brains and liver and stuff. Hey, a clean suit! That's what I need for the radiation. Alright, we'll take a clean suit. Whoa! Alright, solder, an antenna, vacuum sealer, and camera pro. Done, I believe, needing antennas. I've already got a vacuum sealer, and that doesn't have a battery, and the camera doesn't have one either. I've already got what I need in regards to the lenses. So, we'll just take the solder and go about our business. Alright, potassium iodide. Come on, Prussian blue. I need to see a little bit more Prussian blue. Not worried about bleach. I do need oxidizer, possibly. Meat jerky and some cookies. Alright, what else we got here? Magnesium, bricks and nails. No. I do need certain ones of these chemical stuff, but not those certain ones. I've got plenty of sugar laying around. Pumpkins! Oh, somebody broke the ether and the denatured alcohol. Lye! Wood ash that I can make lye with. Yeah, I'm still not finding the main thing. Ah, an autoclave, an acetylene gas machine. I don't remember ever seeing one of those. Medium batteries. Yeah, that's going to be heavy as hell. Let's set that out on the floor where I can see it. What the hell is this thing? Takes water and calcium carbide and yields unpressurized acetylene. Huh. Apparently does anybody know, does this actually work now? Can we refill acetylene tanks? Or is this prep work to being able to do it eventually? So I've never seen the ability to refresh acetylene tanks. Wooden beams. Cement. Come on, I don't want a canvas sack with cement. I want a canvas sack with limestone. Human blood. Hey, welding goggles. Images. Yeah, they're just not going to give me the limestone. Alright, we're not done yet. We got one more section right up here in the north. Come on. Be what I need. Canvas sack. Cement and sand. Not what I needed. Stethoscope. More autoclave pouches. So, this is why I'm still not terribly... Hey, look, a Geiger counter. I guess we'll take that because of the problem we're having. I'm still of the opinion these research facilities are just way too Monty Hall. Too much of everything in these places. And this is at half item drop rate. Realize that if you haven't been here, and you're curious why Vorm's always still complaining about research facilities, this would be why. Just too much of everything. But it could be that, like apartment complexes, this is the new norm that they're trying to reset the world drop rates to. That's my only guess. I've seen repeated instances that apartment towers, the loot you find in those, is the new norm, and that houses, regular houses and that, will all be adjusted to meet the amounts and the types of materials you find there. Potassium iodide again! No Prussian blue, though. Take the charcoal. Miscellaneous. Don't care. Don't need any more. Well, the one thing I came up here looking for, they give me a limestone shard, which gives me 10 limestone. I can't remember how much it takes to make the Prussian blue. Huh. Now I might have to finish that level of cooking skill, just so I can find out. I'll take it. We got one. One thing of limestone. Alright, last box. And it's just another one of the bunches of sweetmeats. Alright, did I forget any in here? A recharge station. Sand. Limestone shard. Alright, so we got 10 limestone. Progress. Recharge station. Set up a vehicle frame, put the recharge on it. I don't have an engine or gas to generate. I haven't been out in the parking lot yet to see if we've got solar vehicles that might have full storage batteries. Alright, I need to make sure I've got that out where I can see it too. Come here, recharge station. You and... where was the other thing? You and you. Follow me. Alright, we'll leave you right out in the open right here. So we got an autoclave and a research station. If you're not aware, autoclaves are what you use to sterilize CBMs. If you dissect for CBMs, they come out broken and dirty. You gotta mend them with some tools, and then you've got to sterilize them by putting the CBM in an autoclave pouch, run them through the autoclave to sterilize it, and then it's ready for reimplantation. I haven't actually done it myself yet, but we'll stockpile the stuff just in case we go that route. Alright, well that's our list. We got some batteries, we got 2 shards of limestone, that's 20 pieces of limestone. Some various chemical gear, and some more potassium iodide, and a clean suit. A little bit of food. So that lets me know what's going on.
Been here for 2 months, still learning new stuff about Cataclysm. Looking forward to more Magiclysm.
I love the pause it put in there. Thank you very much for the 2-month streak there, Comic Savant. Or Cosmic Savant, sorry. Glad you're finding it helpful. Oh, that's one of the good things about the game. It's both a blessing and a curse. It's a very big, very complex game. And no matter how much you play, and I'm a good example of that, you'll still be learning more for a very long time. I am constantly learning, forgetting, learning new stuff. They add stuff. I'm still hitting old stuff that I haven't encountered before. And given how much I play Cataclysm, that's saying a lot. So it's one of the big benefits to the game. The curse part is it's a big, complex game. It is intimidating at first when you first start dabbling with it. You have yet to see me use crouch? I used crouch tactically the other night. I actually used it in a tactical situation. You mean this key? This key right here. Yeah, I just can't. I can't come up with a lot of reasons to use it. I mean, I understand how it is used, but the number of times where I have felt that it will do me any good is just really, really small. Just because of the way things are implemented in the gameplay. So, alright. Carry any of this stuff down? No, leave that there. So we've completely explored out the warehouse. If I go any further, we head into more standard lab areas, and it's the ground floor leading to the entry area over here. As you heard, we've got somebody wandering around outside. And I don't have an easy access out here. I should have used for that UPS charged jackhammer. I should have gone through either that door there or this wall here. Not used it where I used it. And god dang it. More hiccups. Where is... Not getting... Give me a second here. Ah, they hid it over there, did they? Can you click on it? Performance metrics, and a different window pops out. Oh, probably because I can't see it. I'm mumbling because the streaming software has changed as of an update I did Wednesday, and it's certain things I used to look for have moved or disappeared on me, so I'm relocating them. Alright. Yeah, I don't see any problems on my side, so I'm assuming that was Twitch or my ISP taking a nice little break there, resetting things. Alright, do I go peek out the door over there? Actually, I didn't finish looking through these rooms, did I? Make sure there's nothing in these other rooms. Jerry can, maybe... This was the other big one. Alright, nothing particularly useful. Alright, let's use Slobs, Streaming Labs OBS. Alright, free books. Give me free books. I want free books. No books. Boxing Monthly. More rubble out there. Uh-oh. Radiation 5 still. Well, there is an exit right there. But, of course, I'd have to go through the rubble, which I don't want. I believe this puts me on the back wall. Oh, maybe not. This is the bathroom. That's the back wall. Alright, nothing in the bathroom. Guess we'll map it in. Surprised I'm not seeing much out here currently. Alright, the food court is going to be just north of me here. More rubble. Frostnip. Well, I can't do much about that. Minus 44 on the mouth and minus 44 on the feet. Yeah, that's the downside to having hooves. Excuse me? Where did the... Am I remembering wrong? Is it on the other side? Whoa, Flaming Eye. Hey there, Mr. Flaming Eye. Way the hell out north. Fleeing. Almost dead. Somebody's killing the Flaming Eye. You go about your business, Mr. Whoever's killing Flaming Eye. I want to get out of his vision range. Oop. Stop it. Damn, you can see him a long way off. He's running around. Actually, the sound seems a little low to me. I think the sound settings got adjusted. Let me bump these up a little bit. Let's go to 15, 15.